let's get gossipy real quick. We're going to talk about fancy pants fans. Okay. Oh, sorry. We talked about this earlier this week. I think yesterday. I think we talked about it yesterday. Um, but we also talked about it last month, and we talked about it in September too. I think so. I think we were talking about it, and it came up that that's the Ace of Cups in reverse. It came up that oh my gosh, that we thought the blonde widow and he might find their way together. And look at us being right. Oh my gosh. Look at us being right. Okay. So that's really interesting. So the Ace of Cups came out, and that's in reverse. And it talks of blocked emotions, missed opportunity, and emotional drain as we're talking about that. And I do feel, what do I feel? On one hand, nah, I'm not doing all this. Three swords just fell out. But regarding what? Is it regarding like what we just talked about? That's crazy. Three swords just fell out. Hello. Thank you guys for the likes, the loves, the heart me's. As y'all know, in this room, we don't get to personal until we get to 10K. So y'all see it right over there. Let's start tapping so we can get there, because I would love to work with you guys. Um, and no, I don't do any free readings. I scrolled through the chat a little earlier, and I saw that there were quite a few readers already up, and some of them are doing free readings. So if you need one, please go find one. Thank you. All right, so this is really interesting. So the Ace of Cups came out in reverse, and the key words on this is blocked emotions, missed opportunity, emotional drain. I think my light's too bright. Emotional drain, and I'm trying to figure out what that is pertaining to. Okay, turn down. There we go. Oh my gosh. Lights are so headache inducing. So, this is interesting. Cause it's, okay, so as I was reading this when it first came out, I had both women pop up, right? I had both the blonde widow and I had, the misses both popped up. And it's really interesting because on one hand, with the blonde widow, um, you know, like Black Widow spider, so blonde widow, that's where it came from. So with her, uh, it's really weird because it's like, okay, I don't know. Every time I see her, I see talons. I always see talons with her. I always see like nails, like who am I going to dig into? And you can, you know what, like, okay. So I know we were sharing the pictures that went around with the salacious little hug, right? And you know, picture is worth 1,000 words, of course. But when he went to do the, when they did the hug, she did an appropriate hug at first, right? Because her hands were shoulder level. She did an appropriate hug at first, and then moved up to his head. I'm feeling a setup. I'm really feeling a setup. I'm feeling, gosh, it occurred to me yesterday that she's a honeypot for him. She was a honeypot for the other him. Something about this is, it's weird. I want to say something about it gives me KGB. I don't think, well, I don't know. I don't know if she's, but something about it gives me KGB. Like, it gives me, like, strategic manipulation feelings. Um, and the story that unfolded in my head, when I don't know, I was just seeing images and things, right? And what's really crazy is I dreamt about these people 2 days in a row. When I fell asleep yesterday, and then today when I also fell asleep, and I just dreamt of this relationship something. So there's something to it that I can't put my finger on about it. And I was like, I don't want to go into a channel about it. I don't, because on one hand, we get the gossip of it, and it's fun to talk about the gossip of it, but there's something more to it than that. And I'm going to use the word sinister. There's something more to it than that, and it's really, really sinister. It's very icky, first of all. How this is playing out in public. But the grabbing of his head was the second action. It wasn't the first action. And so for me, that's a problem. Because even if they were having an affair, then that means it was a deliberate move to let the world know that they were. Like, it was her move. People are like, oh, it was an accident. No, it wasn't. She hugged him around the shoulders first, and then went to the head, and then went down. And I'm like, that's not, this woman is calculated. So it's like, there's something about her that's really just icky for me. It's just really icky. And I can't put my finger on it. Okay, I'm going to say something and it's going to sound really stupid. Okay? Now, the first action, oh my God, look, I got to see if I can find the video so you can see what I'm talking about. The first action is she grabs around, a hug. So it was a hug. And then she put her hand up into his hair, which is the more intimate embrace that we've been seeing. Yeah. But it was on purpose, is what I'm saying. Like, it was deliberate. It was on purpose. It was icky. There's something about her that's really getting to me, and I can't. Okay, so I'm going to say what sounds stupid. It sounds stupid. It sounds really stupid because it's playing in my head what I want to say, but it sounds so stupid, but I don't think I'm too far off. I don't think she's real. I don't think she's real. And I don't know what I mean by that, but that's exactly what I received is I don't think she's real. Let's see, JD, Erica, you type in JD, that's the first search. All right, so is this going to show the whole video? And then using Charlie's AI voice to introduce, okay, there it is. They are going to show it. All right, I'm going to show. Vice President of the... Let me take you guys. Let me take you down. Okay. Oh, I love that your name is Aretha Franklin's daddy. All right, so hold on. Flip. Okay, so this is the embrace. For my replay viewers on Twitch and YouTube, that's not going to happen. You'll have to look it up for yourself. All right, so y'all see it? Okay. So first of all, she does this weird gushing thing about him. And, he's such a good guy, and his wife. Okay. So that was weird. And then before he comes out, they use an AI replication of Charlie's voice introducing him. I was like, that's nasty. I can't wait until we have laws against using someone's likeness posthumously. If they don't give you permission, you should not be able to do it at all. And I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're their power of attorney. You should not be able to do it at all. But anyway, because it's manipulative. So watch this hug. The United States took the stage and see? Let's back it up. Y'all saw it, right? The stage and see? Hands were appropriate. Both of their hands were appropriate. You see what I'm talking about? Appropriate. Okay, now we're going to get rid of this. Come on. Then watch. Okay, so this is fairly appropriate of a hug. Not little Miss Hot Pants or whatever, but whatever. You can't judge people for their clothes. But this is surely not widow garb, I'll tell you that. Y'all know it's only been a month and a half, right? Oh my God. September was a year. Okay, now watch. But everything is where it's supposed to be. It is. Boom. Okay? Now, what the hell is she saying to him? No, that wasn't too bad. Like, it's still, she don't really have a thing. So it's still very high. So it's not near a crack. It's still high. She's saying something to him. Okay? Because look at that smile. Can I zoom? Okay. Look at that smile. So she's saying something to him. Now, if you whispering already, you didn't need to do this. Okay? And then, like, talons. I'm telling you, talons. She's digging into him. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let's back up. Back it. Okay, come on. Okay. Now watch. Oxford, Mississippi. And then he does the double tap. Come on. Something's off. Something's off, babes. Something's off. Agent Oxford. See? Double tap. Y'all know what that double tap is? No. She's saying something to him. Look at this. Hold on. Let's watch them lips. He did when he first got to her, yes. Mississippi tonight. And now he's saying something when they pull apart. But she was saying something on that other side where we couldn't see her face. And even still, his hands still, like, they were low, but they weren't inappropriate. They were low. As Turning Point USA. Because the other pictures I saw looked like it was even lower, but they're not. See, that's appropriate. He says something to her, and that's okay to say something to somebody that you're approaching, like, oh, that was well done, or something, you know? But this move to his head made no sense. Oxford, Mississippi tonight. His appearance comes. Okay. So, like I said, I feel like she's honeypotting him. And it makes sense. It does. Because she has First Lady aspirations. It's just so bad. Goodness gracious. So, what do I want to... What do I want to read with this? She's not interested in... Well, she is in trying to get her to leave. But she's not really interested in Usha. She's interested in this game she's playing. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, with this... Okay, so this card right here, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Let me see. All right, so the meaning of this, like I said, is blocked emotions, missed opportunity, emotional drain. It also says, love is the beginning of all wisdom. Now, in the upright, this would have been new beginnings, love, emotional clarity, and spiritual awakening. Here, it's the block part for me. It's like, I don't know if... Okay, you know how there's like cell phone towers? Like, this is the happy Sunday. This is the analogy that's coming to me. Is, you know how like cell phone towers, like you can jam a cell phone, right? They have towers that will block your phone from being able to work. That's what I'm seeing here with her, is that she's like a jammer right now for him, right? So she's like messing up the signal of whatever sort. Because I also feel like, okay, so JD is the fat kid who never had anybody, really, right? He just really gives off that movie stereotypical fat kid. Like, you know, if you were looking at Matilda, he was eating chocolate cake or something. I don't know. He just gives me those vibes. And he reminds me of the guys who, like, would say, girls aren't interested in me. And there's literally, like, a girl with braces sitting next to him that's, like, writing her name and his name together. Meanwhile, he's trying to get the cheerleader. Like, that's what he means by girls aren't interested in me. Like, he's that kind of guy who is after this image of what a woman should be for him. Or, because guys do it to impress other guys. They don't actually do it because they love. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so this is weird because then I think of Usha and it's like blocked emotions, and I see her going through the motions, like trying to make sure she's good. Like, oh no, that wasn't what you saw. Like, that wasn't how it was. Like, she's trying to save face and to play it off. So there's a blocked emotion there, but there's also emotional drain about it. Because over the past few weeks, this man has not been standing up for her or their children. He's been siding with the racists and the supremacists. So, like, when the young Republicans came out with what they, their messages came out, he's like, oh, they're just kids. And, they're talking about hating certain groups or whatever. And it's like, but your kids are brown. Like, they're mixed race and whatever. But then here's what happened. While I was in this, on someone's TikTok, and they were like, they can't divorce. We don't have any divorced presidents, right? So that's not part of the thing. But apparently, in Catholicism, you can get annulled if you have spiritual incompatibility. And it happened to a woman where she was able to get her marriage annulled, kids and all, because of spiritual incompatibility. And I'm like, what? It's crazy. And so if you notice, he's been setting that up. I've been trying to get Usha to convert to Christianity, and Usha, and convert, like, and she won't. And what? Dude, you just became a Christian. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, whatever. But as I said, JD doesn't know himself. So that's the thing. So I get that there's an emotional drain about it. And you guys can see that her age, she's aging faster than the president does. And they usually age really bad. And she's only been at this for like, what, 10 months with this particular thing. So then you have, you have the Six of Swords, and we have it in the reverse, okay? So with the Six of Swords in the reverse, we're looking at stagnation, fear of change, resisting transition, holding on to the past, feeling lost. So there's one aspect, because we talked about it, that Usha was also, hey, Marianne, we talked about how she was also very ambitious too. Like, literally, we have like two mean girls in this situation. But one is very, very, very successful at that. Um, and Usha has been trying to navigate her way out of just being, I don't know. People don't understand. Your visual self will always be in front of you, no matter how much of a token you become for other people. And someone said this saying, and I totally believe the saying. I like it because it's just a short way of saying it, and that is, tokens get spent. They do. They get used and they get spent. And so it's just really interesting, because when we did the channel, we were talking about how um, she was pushing his ambitions. She was pushing him to do this particular thing. And now this other woman's like, okay, this is why this is also coming up, is because the blonde widow was pushing her guy, right? She was pushing him. They were in alignment and everything. Hey, Kim. They were in alignment and everything. And then when he started separating from their ideology, he became a problem, right? And like I said, I get very much so with her, an agent of someone. I'm saying KGB, but obviously there's IDF, there's all those other things out there. But those are our main two people. It's weird. There's something about her I just can't place. And it feels, the energy feels very viperish. Very, I don't know. It's like everything is about ambition and stuff. And there's this coldness about her that's weird to me. But anyway, so this six of swords, and swords is like the way you think and what's on your mind, and you know, like truth and clarity. But here, truth is upside down, really. And so One of the things that I'm getting here is, on one level, it's about Usha. Like, Usha's like, she had her own aspirations. She put in all this work. She helped build him up. She was doing what she needed to do. I still have a feeling somewhat that she introduced Teal to him, because she was the one in the offices that could have done that, right? And then on top of that, like, when he went to law school, he had her as a girlfriend, so she was handling his homework. You know what I mean? Um, So it's kind of like the I don't want to get off this ship because I did all this work type of deal. Thank you, D. Um, but at the same time, she's not stupid. If she was smart, I think walking away would be the smartest thing, because they don't have a problem getting rid of people. You know what I mean? And so there's that. But, you know, holding on to the past, feeling lost, and then to have these young kids, it's just a horrible situation. And you got the Talons over there. And so the other part about it too, though, is like, it feels like it isn't, like, everybody else is steering the ship but the actual Vances, if that makes sense. Like, this is people's choice, because here we got the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords in this case, like, sometimes I'm like, you know, take your rest, but keep your weapons ready, like that type of thing. Like when I was talking about the people, you know, rest is power, rest is revolution, and all that kind of stuff. But you still need to be able to have your sword at the ready, like be ready to fight when you need to, right? So that's what I was talking about with regards to that. But in this case, it does feel like a death. It feels like there is, hey Reed, Reed, hey Q. There feels like there is basically a sentence over her. Hey Allison. Um, because there's three knives pointing at her, and if we look at it right, that could be the blonde widow, that could be couch boy, that could be whoever's machinations, whoever's the one actually manipulating this whole thing. um but it's like, it's already done. It's already done. It's like she can fight, but it's done. It's already done. Like, the choice has been made. She's already a non-factor, like that kind of thing. It's already done. And so even though the words on here are supposed to be like rest and rejuvenation and introspection and meditation, and it feels like it's good. Like, these should have been good words, but for her, nothing feels good. And that's what I'm saying. The smartest thing for her to do, I think, and the safest thing for her to do is to let it ride, right? Is to let it ride. Like, walk away while you can, you know, that type of deal. Because it says retreat from the world to recharge energy and gain perspective. I think that's what needs to happen, because it's already done as far as her being his wife. That's over. She could fight if she wants to, but the fight might get into something she doesn't want. You know what I mean? Like, I think preservation in this case is more important. And then it's followed by another sword. So, and that's why I'm saying, like, this feels like a very icky reading with regards to this triangle situation. Um, so I just got three swords in a row, you know, and that's wild. And all of them fell out, and then I shuffle a lot, so three swords in a row should not have been together. And so this is the Knight of Swords, and it says ambition, ambition, determination, action, decisiveness, and assertiveness. Charge ahead with confidence and determination. Be ready to conquer any obstacle in your path. On one level, it feels like them, right? It feels like them against her. They're going full speed ahead. There is no, this is like all brakes. I mean, all gas, no brakes. Like, it feels like charge ahead. And I think for her too, though, if she can get ahead of that, like like, and in one respect, they're trying to make her do that so that it's her decision. But in another respect, it's like, she can even get ahead of that too if she wants to, where it's like I mean, at this point, she should be cleaning out bank accounts, like everything should be in her accounts, like everything needs to be gone and gone, like, because they already got money. You know, they got the GoFundMe money that people stupidly gave to. Like, what millionaire needs a GoFundMe? Like, what? And homegirl already moved the Turning Point money to herself. What? When people send a GoFundMe, so they're good on that end. And then on top of that, you know, he has what he has. But I think for her protection, she need to like wrap it up quickly and be gone. So I think this is also, you know, take command, take control, full speed ahead, get out of here. Like, get out of here. Like, throw them up and be out, you know? And just go to India and chill with your parents for a little bit. I think they're in India. But anyway, so it's like, how can I approach these challenges with courage and determination? So that's her. This is not a good reading for them. That it's done. It is really done. Even if they decide to save face and, oh no, it was just this and this and that, he is working on, he doesn't understand. He's Pinocchio. Like, I literally just saw him as Pinocchio. And you know, Pinocchio over there, got no strings to make me laugh, to make me walk. He's Pinocchio. And his Geppetto is teal. Another sword. Acceptance of loss, avoiding conflict, letting go of grudges, being humble, seeking peace. So we got the Five of Swords. So we got this challenge card. Good morning, Shell. So that's 4 swords in a row. It's a get out of here. Like, get out, leave, Usha, go, girl. Run, you in danger. I don't know what that is. Yeah, you're in danger. So the High Priestess just fell out, and that says deception, confusion, lack of understanding, hidden agendas, more swords, more swords, more swords. So if she leaves, she has a chance of coming out on top, because she knows a lot, you know. She has a chance of coming out on top. But the High Priestess in reverse, like I said, deception, confusion, lack of understanding, hidden agendas. It says knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Trust your intuition. She need to get the hell up out of Dodge, because then came the moon. You know, things hidden in the dark come to light. And again, it's an intuition card. So it really is like, get out. And these are 2 major arcanas like coming out back to back. And so again, the moon is like, what hidden truths or fears are you avoiding? Her marriage is over. She needs to go. And if she does, she gets the Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Ten of Swords in reverse is good, because the Ten of Swords upright is being stabbed in the back. But in the reverse, it is a chance to recover, a chance. It says recovery, hope, healing, new beginnings, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So if she was smart, like if she was like really smart and not thinking with her heart on this one, she would go ahead. All right, I see what y'all doing. I see how it goes. I see how y'all playing. Okay, cool. But I feel like she's sitting here like, I built this. I built this. I built him. I made him who he is. I stayed up and wrote his papers. You know, like, that's how I'm seeing it. That's not how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm feeling it. And so it's like she's holding on to this thing and she just needs to let it go. See, it's time for, what just came out is judgment. So it says, be accountable for your actions. Yeah, she's right. She did help build this. She did help create this guy. However, it's time to go. It says here, rebirth, awakening, renewal, judgment. What old patterns or habits are you ready to leave behind? That's where she's supposed to be. Like, it really is a get out of Dodge, because it's going to happen. The snake is already in the garden. It has already whispered. It's already whispered to Adam. I think he already bit the apple. But with her, like, her deliberate grabbing of his head, she put that out there. And he probably had words with her afterwards, but she's accelerating things. She's accelerating. That was gas. That was gas with a blowtorch. That was gas with a blowtorch. Yep. So, that's some interesting stuff. So the Two of Swords in reverse, indecision, stalemate, avoiding confrontation, refusal to make decisions, inner turmoil. That was him. And she was like, don't worry about it. I got it. I'll take care of it. Welcome, Stephanie. Don't worry about it. I got it. I'll take care of it. And so she did that. So she's the Page of Cups, where she's creating a new beginning. This should have been a good card, but it's not because of who she is. So as the Page of Cups, she is, it's new beginnings, creative inspiration, intuition, and artistic expression. She knew what to do. She knows how to, yes, Marianne, girl, where you been? Yes, girl, yes, she did. Hold on. I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to stop this program that I'm running because I have no space in my computer. So I'm going to have to do that, okay? So bye, YouTube. I can't run this right now. Bye. Okay. Wait, hold on. I have to end the stream. But yes, girl, let me show you. Let me show you. I'll show you. For all y'all new on here, I'm gonna show you. Oh, word? Who? Hold the phone. Okay, so let's back it up real quick. Hold on. So this is a turning point thing, which is icky already. And the fact that he keeps being like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna tell you. She is basically like his PR specialist, his stylist. Like, she's recreating his image. The thing they're not getting is that it's a nasty ass image, you know. So he's trying to go the annulment route of the Catholic thing. Like, Usha's not Christian. So he's trying to go annulment with the Catholic route. And then so she could, with her Catholic self, or whatever kind of Christian she is, become his wife under their God's eye, because that's not God. Anyway, so check this out. President of the United States took the stage. Okay. I'm going to do this one more time, because, you know, we got to see. So they're hugging, and the hug to me is appropriate, because he got it up here. She don't have a bum, so he's good. He's fairly good, right? Because I thought I saw one where he had on her hip, but I guess not. And so you see, it's a normal hug. That's why I said she is orchestrating this. The stage and boom, and that's the picture. Sorry, I got to get the spiritual chat thing out of the way. That's the picture that we're all seeing, and it's literally a second. She's saying something in his ear. It is starting to turn him a little red. He had whispered something like when they walked up or whatever, but whatever she's saying in that ear, she's saying a lot. Oh, no. Oxford, Mississippi. And then that's that, right? So it was quick, but that's what I'm saying. She's orchestrating it because she knows better. She knows how to do it. Exactly, Corey. Exactly. So she knew what she was doing, because it was all appropriate to, for the most part, it gave all appropriate appearance. Boom. Hug. Done. This hug looks better than the hug she did to the orange stinky guy. Okay? So this is better than that. And then boom. Why you did that, girl? Why? So I'm glad I had that context to see that, because it backed up what I was feeling, that there's some manipulations and some shenanigans going on here. Because I don't think he would have wanted to go public, or to, I don't know. Like, there's something, and I don't want to concentrate on it, so I'm not getting answers, but I'm getting goosebumps right now. So that's what I'm saying. So this was him. He had indecision. He wasn't, like, he was trying to decide what he was going to do or whatever. She's an agent, not just an agenda. Like, she doesn't just have an agenda. She's definitely an agent of somebody's. And this is her, the Page of Cups, because she's going after it, and it's new. It's new. What are you picking up on, Lost on Purpose? Because then I see her celebrating. But I'm going to tell y'all, it's going to be short-lived, because we've already read about his presidency yesterday. Yesterday, I think it was. Okay. These cards are telling the tea, for real. Okay. So, goosebumps, goosebumps, goosebumps. Okay. What just came out is the star, and that's hope, inspiration, serenity, and faith. Hope is the light that guides through the darkness. As I'm talking about the end of his of of his ability to be up at the top. So this feels this feels like it fits what I'm saying, which is it's going to be very, very, very short lived. She's the blonde widow. She's the blonde widow spider. Good morning, Whitney. She is the blonde widow spider. Like, that's who she is. Listen, MK. This is crazy, but keep on holding on hope. Like, this is good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be all right. Hey, that's all I can think about is we're gonna be all right. Um, what inspires hope in you, even in difficult times? We're gonna be fine. This feels like I don't think it's gonna work the way they want it, and that's what's gonna mess everything up too. Because cheating is one thing to take, DT, right? It's one thing to take DT as president, knowing that he was an adulterer and all that kind of stuff, right? If he's smart, he would, but I don't think he's smart. I think he's the fat kid who got the cheerleader. I really think that is woohoo. That's making him happy. And then, like, if they do make it down the aisle, it's gonna be messy because she gonna be the coldest wife ever. I was gonna say ask Charlie because their marriage was not happy. But anyway, but we did get that this whole thing, this whole house of cards comes down by June, and I'm gonna stick with that. If, like I said, the reading we just did with Usha, if she's smart, she would be like, "Go ahead, I'm gonna clean out that bank, take the kids to my mama's house, deuces." But Usha's like, "I built this." She has a tantrum going on, and it's like, girl, leave, just leave. Nobody would be mad at you for leaving. Nobody would be mad at you for leaving. I do hope she's moving in silence, but I hope she can get past this anger part fast, because I just feel so much anger towards this. Like, how dare you embarrass me? And then, like I said, like, how's she just gonna come in and take what I've done, I've made? Usha's been wanting to be the first lady for a long time. I don't know if it's raining. It sounds like it's raining. JD family dynamic. Yeah, he got Confederacy on both sides, I think. You don't see him staying in the web? I'm trying to see what I'm getting. What am I getting? I don't know. I do know that some people... Okay, I'm going to say this. Y'all, when I get stuff, I try to hold it back. Listen, I try to hold it back, but not everybody gonna make it out. Let's just put it that way. Not everybody's gonna make it out alive. So I don't know if I'm trying to see JD's future. I don't know if I can see it. Because there's so much up in the air. But just for a second, I was like, I don't think he's gonna make it. But that was a second. Like I said, there's so much in the air. Imbalance, overwhelmed. Yeah. When we did the reading on him yesterday, or the reading that came out on him yesterday, was that he won't be able to handle it. There's going to be too many people pulling his strings, pulling his he's a puppet. Like I said, I see him as Pinocchio. Like, I see him as Pinocchio. And he has puppet masters. But there's a lot of people trying to pull his strings. And so what we just got here was the Two of Pentacles. And in this case, Pentacles is going to represent value. So he's not able to balance his values. And it's crazy because I do think he liked Usha, but I still do think she was manipulative in the whole thing. And she may have loved him too, but the feeling I get is that he is her ticket to, I'm going to say it this way, but like to respectability, if that makes sense. And acceptance and, all those things, you know what I mean? Um, if you come from a different culture, I think you know what I mean. Like, he was going to be her ticket to being able to shit on other people, I guess. Good morning. I gotta put this back. I keep forgetting. I can't see. His VP? No. I think she's gunning for Mrs. Flotus. But we can look at that. I don't mind looking at that. Let's look at that. Yeah, it's and like I said, tokens always get spent. It's a hard thing. Yeah, I think she's gunning for Flotus. All right. So, like I said, he's already been setting the stage. He's been talking about his religion and how Usha's not part of his religion. And they do have that that clause in what grief. They do have that clause in Catholicism where if you have religious incompatibility, you can get an annulment. And I think he's gunning for the annulment so that he's not our first divorced president. Here's how, okay, it's interesting. I haven't verified this story, so I'm just going to tell you a little story, okay?